Welcome everybody back to Forza Horizon 5. We've got a couple more seasonal championships to go through. The Extreme E series has continued, so yeah, let's see what is in store for us on those. Now, we're getting there in the Bad to the Blade vehicle from Hot Wheels, which is a superb car. And yeah, hopefully these championships have been fixed, because there was some disparity in how the AI were racing in the previous two. It seemed to be more of a problem with the first one than the second, so yeah, let's hope that's not the case this time round. But yeah, this is a fantastic car, and it's going to get there in no time. Yeah, I did enjoy doing the Extreme E races last time. It was just a little, hang on, it was just a little bit annoying that the AI was a little bit broken, really, because I wasn't enjoying driving the cars and everything. Also just wanted to get that photo because I'm looking for that car. Right. Let's go. Let's see where we're going to be racing. We already know what we're going to be racing in. Right, so we're down there and one near the highway. Okay then. Seemed that you guys enjoyed the last video as well on these cars, so which I wasn't expecting. I figured most people would be like, that's just an electric car, it's not going to make any noise, it's not going to be particularly fun to drive, but as proven in the Extreme Off-Road Silly Build series, when upgraded at least, these are really rather quick, and in a way that doesn't feel quick as well, because you've got no noise. But yeah, even in stock form they're still pretty fun. Let's see if the AI has improved at all. Regardless of whether or not you find these cars fun or not to drive, it's an easy 5 points towards your festival playlist overall to get the Porsche Emery Special Cabriolet car, whatever it is, which is not a new car to the Forza series, but it is new to this game, so yeah, it's well worth getting because it is a fantastic resto mod. Easily one of my favourites of that kind, because it's not been overdone. Yeah, it's way more powerful than the standard 356, I think it is, that it's based on, but it's not, you know, 500 horsepower, you know, 200 mile an hour top speed or whatever else like that, so yeah, it's all very nicely well sorted and not overly done. Right, now the rough stuff where this car's best. It's not particularly fun to drive on road, but off road it's absolutely glorious. Make the most of all of that instant acceleration out of the corners. And obviously it's grippier and better handling on the dirt, because that's what it's made for. Those tyres, the suspension, the all-wheel drive. Well, the AI seems to be behaving themselves this time. Don't know why these make so little noise in comparison to some electric cars. Obviously it's not far from the most powerful electric car that we've had on this game so far, but I would have expected at least a little bit of noise from those motors. But regardless, we are going to win this. Not to jinx myself or anything, but we do only have this corner left. Yep, that went really rather well. Didn't take us long to get up towards where the first place position was, and then quite swiftly got past them. So yeah, let's get on to this second race and see if we can continue this success. Right, so on to the second race. We're at night time now, but yeah, hopefully this is a bit more off-road orientated than the previous race. Looks like it will be. really good brakes on this car, by the way, which it obviously needs considering how much it weighs, and the fact that we'll be dealing with dirt surfaces most of the time, which is obviously a lot more difficult to come slower down on. Dirt section didn't last very long, did it? At least it's resumed quite quickly though. Some water. No, electric cars don't electrify you when you go for water. Which is one of those hilarious things that people thought would happen when making them. What about in the rain? Will it electrocute? No. Which is silly, but new technology always makes for some dumb questions to be asked. Go, slide into first. Now I know you can buy, I think it's the Hummer EV version, which obviously isn't any different, it's only the livery that has changed, but I don't really want to fancy spending 700,000 credits on a car that is the same as this outside of the livery, so yeah, forget giving it or, you know, or whatever. I will obviously keep it, but I'm not going to buy another car that's the same as this for 700,000 credits. Not when I've still got several other cars that are quite expensive to save up for. But regardless, another 20 points, and yeah, got a decent lead on in the points, but that can all change in the third and final race. So let's get there and see what happens. Right, third and final race. Let's see if we can keep up our winning streak before we move on to the second championship. To do what we didn't in the previous video, where we obviously did two of these. And again, the AI was seemingly broken in that first championship, so I'm putting the blame on that, but regardless, can't win them all anyway, so it doesn't really matter. More boring on-road stuff. Yeah, this is definitely where the car's the least fun to drive. Back onto the off-road stuff though, so it's more exciting. Yay! The boring stuff again. Wish we'd have said a consistently on off-road race. Gaining. Go. Doesn't even annoy me that these cars don't even go that fast at the top end, which is obviously the norm for a lot of electric cars, but this can at the end of the day only do about 130, so not massively quick, but hardly the slowest electric car that you could ever get generally. A lot top out at 99 or 100 miles an hour, so obviously, you know, your higher electric cars like Porsche Taycan and your Teslas and the like can do 160 at least, so. Then again, you wouldn't really want to be doing that kind of speed in a car like this when you're considering what you're going to be doing with it. You wouldn't want to be taking any jumps or any rough stuff at that kind of speed, because it's just going to break the car. And when you're racing, you don't want to break your car, so understandable why they limited it at that speed. At the end of the day, 130 going off-road is still pretty quick. And we've maintained our winning streak. Right, so yeah, that's 60 points, giving us the win for that championship. So yeah, let's move on to the second championship and see if we can do any better. Right, for winning that championship we actually got gifted 2 more. One for the points in the festival playlist overall, and another for actually winning the championship. So yeah, we got the JBXE version for winning the championship, and the McLaren Racing version for the points. So yeah, so we've got 2 more to try out now. Obviously the liveries are the only difference, but you know, changes it up a little bit at least, I guess. So yeah, we'll try out these 2. So yeah, I still maintain that livery should be part of a car's, you know, paintwork or whatever like that, rather than having individual ones. Just seems to just take up space at the end of the day. But it's something that Forza have done ever since pretty much it's existed, so I'm not expecting them to change, quite frankly. So this is a cross-country championship rather than just a normal off-road race. These are a lot more hectic, especially when it comes to the road debris or anything like that you come across. Get some nice big jumps in as well, like that. Way. Far easier, should I say, to mess up on a race like this, though. There's all sorts of different lines you can take. If you go through debris before someone else does, that'll obviously slow you down. So yeah, it's everything to look out for, really. Those cave walls are a magnet as well. Come on, catch up. Catch up. Through the bushes. Whoa, over a jump. Did not mean to do that. I'm gonna rewind that. That annoyed me. Didn't realise A, where we were going. I couldn't see where we were going. A lot of bushes in the way after this checkpoint here, so yeah, he got screwed over by the bushes as well. Wee! Big jump onto the road. And the win. Granted, I did have to use a rewind, so I was a little bit cheesing in that front, but regardless. That feature is there, so that feature is there to be used. So, yeah, but still, 20 points start off with once again, but not as convincing as a win as maybe in some of the previous races. But yeah, let's get on to the second race of this championship. Right, we're in the McLaren Racing version this time, and doing this championship, by the way, helps you unlock the treasure hunt challenge, because you need to drive an electric car and win on a cross-country race. So yeah, get 2 things done with just by doing this one championship, so that's pretty good as well. So yeah, to find the treasure chest myself yet, after finishing that previous race, but oh dear. So Bit of a collision going on there. Go up to third. In terms of handling, these cars do understeer a little bit. They definitely prefer to be drifting around a corner than, you know, going hard into one. But that's not to say that they're incapable of going around a corner fast, because they kind of are. It's just like, if you push it too hard, you will get some understeer. If you don't correct it, then you will spur off. So, it's definitely something to watch out for. Pretty tricky jump, that one there, because you can easily slam into the wall and lose a lot of speed. Careful. Lack of speed is not something we're struggling with right now. Racing to the stadium by the looks of things. Big heavy jump there. And there we go. You don't get massive leads in these races because obviously it's a one-mate race, but still decent lead regardless. Actually more than 2 seconds. They didn't look that far behind, to be honest. But yeah, nonetheless, let's get on to the third and final race and see if we can make it, you know, 6 for 6. Right, last race, so I've gotten back into my favourite livery design that we have so far. Just love the purple and the black. Let's see, X on it, looks really cool. So yeah, let's see if we can make it another win. AI seems to have gone the other way over the first championship in that previous video. Seems to have become a little bit easier, to be honest. I guess it's hard to regulate when it's a one-mate race and everyone's got the same horsepower and torque and weight and whatever. Doesn't seem like the driver cars are set up for that kind of thing, really. Which isn't surprising, given that's not generally how these races go out. Whenever you're getting another different car, it's usually different other cars that are alongside you that are generally in the same class, generally they've got the same PI, but all 100% the same, so yeah, it kind of makes sense why they're being a bit iffy. But these two have definitely been more fun than the previous two, purely because, yeah, the first one wasn't broken, so then again, these races aren't particularly long, so it's probably a bit harder for the driver task to keep up, and point-to-point cross-country generally is a little bit easier. If it were lap races or, you know, dirt trail races or anything like that, then it would be a different story, I imagine. But regardless, a win is a win. 5 more points and some clothing as a prize. It's all fine and dandy, really. So yeah, there we go. Probably not as frustrating as the last episode, or as interesting in terms of what the AI were doing, but regardless, I enjoyed that, and yeah, it's given us the treasure hunt unlock, and yeah, 5 more points towards the festival players overall, so yeah, and obviously credits and XP and all that lot, so yeah, nonetheless, thanks for watching, hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!